This is FanSpeak, a weekly live show where the fans of comics and its community are our guests. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. Of course, this is FanSpeak, and I am Chester C. Busby III. Very happy to have you guys here with us. We're going to be talking about a couple little bit of interesting news things later, but the first thing we're going to be doing, of course, is talking to our guest. And our guest today is Ryan Cardinal, who has KS is on his on Indiegogo, and he's already got some money going on there, so that's pretty cool. But we'll get to him in a second here. Do keep in mind, we appreciate you guys checking out all our links we have down below. We do have a couple interesting ones there, other than just getting in contact with me, whether you want to be on this show or you want to be on the fan edition of Drone and Quartered. You could just hit those. The Twitter is usually easiest for me, but you can do either that or the Facebook. But other than that, we actually have an interesting thing from Travis Gibb. He has his broke down in Four Dead Bodies that he's got going on Kickstarter, and he actually gave us the first comic digitally for people to read, and we got that link down there. We thought that was pretty cool, so definitely go check that out, and if you like it, go over there and back that. But I thought that was a neat little thing he did, so definitely check that out. Other than that, of course, we do appreciate all your subscriptions and your likes. Of course, YouTube likes them as well. It seems, especially getting notifications out. You have to. It's about a priority thing. It's kind of interesting that they can't just do it universally, but it is what it is. But the one thing that helps us most, specifically because we're a live stream, is hitting that share button and letting your family and friends and extended community know what's going on, so they can come over here and join us. Yeah. But with all that said, and the typical maintenance out of the way, let's come over and say hello to our panel. Today I'm going to start
Hello,
with
panel.
the hello panel. Yes, today I'm going to start with the man who is legendary for his lightning powers, and how
Oh, thank
when
you.
he is particularly oiled from carrying certain things which are oily, he becomes even more supercharged. Thundero.
Why? Why? I don't need to carry him anymore. He's right here.
I'm, take me up, Daddy.
I do apologize.
Oh,
Bully.
Lightning and
I
oil.
am wonderful. I'm eating eggs right now. Eggs with some potatoes and some bacon and some sausage because
Oh,
that's
stop it.
awesome.
I'm getting
Yeah,
jealous.
I'm gonna eat that while we're doing
Ah,
this. So
dude.
that's awesome.
Okay.
So I can't be in a bad mood. It's impossible.
So we're still talking about smelly things, huh? This is where we're still on. Smelly things.
That's right.
Thanks
That's
a
right.
lot, Ryan. You got that image in my head. It's not going away. Anyway, happy to have you here, Thundero. And of course, we also have the George. Hi, the George.
Greetings, everybody. The George is very well pleased.
That's good. That is good. I'm glad that we have a pleased George. Maybe you'll be a little bit less angsty today. And of course, I also got a Booster.
Hi, I'm Boost.
Hi, Booster. How you doing today,
Hi,
man?
I'm doing. I'm doing.
You're doing well. I have a
Uh,
huge weather front came in on us, and we've had nothing but rain for the past 2 days. How's it looking down there in New Zealand?
Jeez, it's bloody sunny over here. What's happening in Japan, Chester? You getting earthquakes? You getting bloody storms and shit now? Is it in the
Is that
times
what
over
they-
there or something?
Is that
Well-
what they call gay men in Japan? A weather front?
Wow, wow. All right, all right.
I'm glad somebody took the bait on that one. I was
Yeah,
hoping somebody would.
right. But
Godzilla
no, I mean,
movie.
it is the rainy season, so the rain is not so odd. We have been having a lot of earthquakes lately. I mean, that's unfortunate, but we have two major faults, which everyone has expected to have popped already, and they haven't popped yet. One is in Hokkaido. One is near me, and when those pop, they're expected to be, epic level earthquakes. But the interesting thing living here in Japan that I've learned over the years, because I've lived through thousands of earthquakes, literally, is the fact that the earthquake's not a big deal, actually. The earthquake itself, unless you're in an old building, the Japanese know how to build buildings to deal with earthquakes. So unless you're in an old building, it's not that big a deal. The problem is the tsunami. The tsunami is what gets you. That stuff is serious business, man. And of course, the fault that's sitting out in front of me is sitting in the Japanese Strait. So that's in the water. So a tsunami is a constant threat. But yeah, that's just living in Japan, I guess. I suppose I could say the people in Japan have a similar, in California have a similar feeling, but it seems like they don't get as much. But nevertheless, I mean, it is what it is. Any Californians here?
Well, I'm on the West Coast. I'm in Vancouver.
You're in Vancouver. Do you get
Oh, that's
earthquakes
got
up
even
there?
worse. Oh,
Oh.
man.
Do we really want this guy on our show? Or has he got it tainted? What's going on?
Yeah.
I'll taint it all with my Canadian wares.
Well, now, usually we'd pick on Canadians, but we got to show him a little bit of sympathy because the Chinese have taken Vancouver over. So he has our sympathy. You have our sympathy, dude.
Yeah, you cannot buy anything here as far as property is concerned without $2 million.
Oh yeah, yep. No, the Chinese would kill that market. And interesting little side politic thing before we get into some non-politic things. It's interesting to me. I'm watching all this stuff about with Trump and people, arguing about the unfair trade balance with China, and they're going on and on and on about all this, and people are either yelling or screaming about it or agreeing with it. But you know what? I think Trump's going about this. I think he's doing something completely different, actually. In my opinion, what he's doing is he's trying to force China into making an illegal mistake so that he can claim all their North American properties.
Yeah,
I
just be like, and you're out.
I think that's what he's doing actually. I don't think this has anything to do with trade imbalance. Because you got to remember, old Trump there, he does play that 4D chess, and he likes the fact that we see him doing that. Actually, it strokes his ego.
Yeah, that's really nice to hear because my prime minister is thinking about banning Facebook. So that's
Really?
what we're dealing with. She
Jeez.
says she will not rule out blocking Facebook if used to spread extremist content. Gee. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
and
that happened. You can
and that's
talk all the bluster she wants, but money talks, and Facebook's got all
Oh,
the
yeah.
money.
That's
Yeah,
true.
big time. Yeah.
That is true. But that is enough politics for today. We don't want to get into that too much, but I just thought I'd mention it since we're talking about China and Edmonton. Nevertheless, Trump is an idiot. I don't think that's true at all, actually.
I mean, you can disagree with him and find him buffoonish, but he's certainly not a stupid person.
He's vulgar. I'll give you that.
Mhm.
But I don't think that dude's an idiot at all. Now it's an interesting question though. Totally on that subject, but not getting into the modern nonsense that's going on. But George W. Bush, baby Bush, was he an idiot, or is it just simply his country manner?
No, he was not an idiot. From my impression is he was just stuck doing the family business.
It seems so, yeah. I mean, because he came off though with that southern way, that his country manner. He came off kind of dim-witted,
There's no way. There's no way someone coming to that high of level in office can be dim-witted.
Mm.
It's a perception that we have.
Yeah, no, I think
It's
it is.
impossible.
I agree.
It's
I agree.
impossible.
Yeah, well, it's not impossible. It's certainly possible. But
Actually,
nevertheless,
I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
yeah.
Alexandria Ocasio Cortez.
Oh yeah, no. Let's not get into that though. We're not doing that today. I shouldn't have said that. It's my fault. Bad Chester. Bad Chester. Let me come over
Welcome
here to the
to
chat, bro.
political speech, where we
I
talk
don't
no
know.
comics and all politics.
I know. No, we're done with it. We're done. Let me come over here and say hello to the chat real quick, though. We have Bullet. Hey, Bullet. How you doing? K-Blonde is in here. We got Lady Celtic Moon. We're always happy to see you. Roger Heller is in here. He says, I must say, I'm glad that everyone is here. Yesterday, I felt so weird not turning in for a show yesterday. I felt so naked, and it felt just off. Oh, I do apologize. I was very busy boy
I do
yesterday.
get off when I'm naked.
Booster,
Yes.
Booster. Why'd you leave the door open and let the rodent in? What are you doing? You're
What?
supposed to close. You didn't close the door behind you. Now we got a rodent in our chat, being all rodent-like and smelling it up.
Tank
I like Manny. I like Manny. I
no.
like to feed him, and he.
Oh
and
yeah,
he
we got
likes
two
me.
rodents. What happened here? Hang on.
Hey guys, glad to see you over here. Well, enough of messing around. Let me come over here and speak to our guest directly. Hello, Ryan. How you doing, man?
Doing well, doing well.
Yeah, I do apologize for that going off tracks a little bit. It's Booster's fault. Just remember, anything goes wrong, it's Booster's fault. So
It's true.
it's a safe thing. But
Well,
now,
I'm so easy to blame because I just agree.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, but now, Ryan, we've spoken to you before. We're very happy with all the art we've seen for you on the Drone Recorded Fan Edition. You're a real cool guy. We're always happy to have you over here. But of course, now we have you over here for something a little bit more serious, because, dude, your project's launched and it's doing well. So
yeah, it's putting
tell us
along.
about
And
it.
it's awesome. Yeah, so I launched Caius, A Story of Blood and Stone. We're in the second week here, and we've already hit our main stretch goal, or our funding goal, and heading toward our first stretch goal.
Sweet. That is awesome to hear. Now I'm going to jump over to the site itself real quick, so we can go over and see the Kickstarter, the Indiegogo. Sorry, but while I'm doing this and showing it off to everybody, why don't you, just for those in the chat who don't know who you are, why don't you just go ahead and introduce yourself, please?
Okay, I'll just give you everybody a quick little rundown of me. So I'm Ryan Cardinal. I live in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. For 19 years, I worked as a tattoo artist and had the opportunity to do a lot of cool tattoos over that time. But recently, I've been working in the animation world doing storyboards and also been lucky enough to work with great people and work on some cool projects. Most notably has been The Hollow for Netflix. I got to work on season 1 as a storyboard revisionist
Sweet.
and season 2 as a full board artist, and that it just got announced for a 2020 release.
Nice. Nice. And we checked that out last time we were talking to you. Actually, we went and looked at some of the animation, and because that's an animated show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, it's
cool.
a Netflix original.
So are you able to keep doing this kind of Hollywood work, or has things become tough for you?
Um, let's see, how can I put it? As awesome as it is working in that field, it's completely draining. So I'm really trying to focus on the comic book stuff, and if I absolutely have to, maybe go back in and do design work. But I'm really trying to stay away from storyboards right now.
No, I see. I see. Now
Yeah.
we've actually had a lot of storyboarder, movie storyboarder guys in here. Actually, we've talked to a lot. It seems like it's a very easy thing for our artists or comic book artists to cross over into, or maybe vice versa. So we have talked to them. But one thing I found quite unanimous amongst all the ones we've talked to, and a couple of them were, big time. I mean, they've done a lot of. We've had some in here that have done just classic stuff that everybody knows, right? And all of them unanimously were saying to us that because of the zeitgeist of what's going on, it's hard for them to find work because they're a bunch of white boys. Is this a problem for you, or do you have some kind of advantage? Like, are you of a non-white boy persuasion, or you got some homosexuality going on, or something like that that helps you out?
No,
Do
I
you
don't think
like
so.
sucking dong?
Yeah.
Would you like some really deep personal questions, real quick? Because we're
Yeah.
gonna get into them.
I thought this was an in-depth
How-
interview.
How tall are you? Do you have flat feet? Hey, do you have a great ass? What's happening?
I
Oh,
got
come
2
on
right
now. It's
hands.
funny. Come on now. I know exactly the answer to the questions I'm asked. See, that's one thing you learn as a teacher, Booster. Never ask a question that you don't know the answer to.
And there you go,
So you're telling me you know he's gay?
Chester wants to listen to everything he
But no, I'm just, of course, what I'm saying is, are you having trouble getting work because of the nonsense that's going on? Is what I'm saying here.
Hell no. Vancouver has absolutely no shortage for storyboard artists. If anything, they're scrambling to hire people left, right, and center.
All right, there you go. That's good.
Yeah.
That is good. But it is interesting to me, though, how we do. I never really made the connection till we started talking to guys like you, that there is so many of these comic book artists that are actually do storyboarding as well. I never made that connection, but I guess I should have, right? Because it seems obvious.
Yeah, the big thing is they actually pay consistently and they pay really well, as opposed to
Right.
comic books where you're getting like below minimum wage page rate, you know?
Right. Right. Well, right now, that's a good question. This is a question we never really got into the economics of it, since we have you here. What is a standard page rate right now for comic books? I mean, the standard, not the high end or the low end, just the standard.
Let's see. I think if you're going in for Boom or something like that, it's anywhere from like 50 to $100 per page.
Wow.
Don't quote me on that, but there are annual reports that will break down page rates for everything from script to flats to colors to full pencils and inks, and it'll go company by company. And I think DC is the highest, and once you get below that, it's just a sharp, drastic drop.
Wow. So when you got people like that we've talked to in here, like Ethan or Mike and stuff like that, they're getting those ridiculous like $400 a page things. That's that's way above everybody else, huh?
That's top tier. Like when you get to that level, that's when you can start negotiations for your actual contracts, you know, because you have a name and you can be like, hey, I'm going to be on this project, so let's work something out other than your bullshit page rate.
Wow. Now, I don't know if you know the answer to this, but since we're on this just real quick, I guess the lettering is not a big deal, but coloring though, what is the standard rate for a colorist? Do you know?
I've seen anywhere from $25 a page up to $150 a page, depending on
Wow.
what it is. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. That's interesting. I do know we did this great little show with Artie Bear where he was talking about how you ink as a professional, and I really want to get a good colorist to come in and do the same type of show for us, and that'd be interesting conversation. But nevertheless, we're not doing that today. We're talking about Kayas. Now, am I pronounce this correctly for me? So I don't say it wrong.
It's funny because you're actually pronouncing it the way it's said, but I always say Caius just because it rolls off the tongue a little bit easier.
Mm. So you're saying I'm right and you're wrong.
You are, yeah.
All right, awesome.
You are
What does
correct.
it mean exactly? Is it a name of a character, or is it like is it like a bloody? What is it when each letter means a word? What do we call that?
An anagram?
Anagram?
Not an anagram. An anagram was when you mix up a word.
I know. You mean initialism?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Like
What does Kaius
shield.
mean, Ryan?
It's actually a Cree word. In Canada
I
here we
knew it.
have. You knew it.
Yeah, I was going to. This guy must be doing some kind of portage in his life, and you
Yeah.
just nailed it.
Yeah, the word is Cree, which is a First Nations group here in Canada, and the word Kaias actually means a long time ago.
Ah. So is this set far, far away in a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago?
Pretty much. The story takes root at the foundation of time.
Interesting. Because in Japanese the word means forgiveness.
Yeah, there's I went online and actually did a bunch of research because I noticed in different languages it means a bunch of different things.
Yeah,
and
Turkish it means like stone, I think.
Yep, exactly. So it actually works really well into the overall arc of the story with everything that kind of tied into it. It's like, this works really awesome.
That's interesting.
That's very interesting. How much of the Canadian life, I, as another Canadian on this panel, thank you very much, Chester.
Hey,
I'm how much of
overwhelmed.
Canadian life has saturated your storyline?
Not a whole lot. I'm going to be using the Cree language throughout it, but not in a way that's intrusive to the story whatsoever. I'm kind of like taking the very manga and Japanese aspect of the storytelling, where, in like Naruto, where Naruto will like use his ability and yell Rasengan. There'll be similar things along those lines in here with the native language.
That's cool. But you do notice, Ryan, that even though I knew several of the meanings of that in different language off the top of my head, I got zero love from anybody. You notice that, right?
Oh man, oh yeah.
Right.
You have simultaneously the coolest life and the most boring diploma of all time. Good job.
Thank you, Thundero. I love the love. I can feel it. Anyway,
the love
tonight. All right, so Chaos, a story of blood and stone. Magic enhanced psychic bounty hunters chase down a runaway thief who has stolen a key to the future. Woohoo! That's a nice. I like that hook, huh, Booster? That's good, man.
That's good. You got it in like a. Yeah, you just got it in a one sentence, just like that. Bang! I know what it's about.
I like it. And then we come down here, says Ryan Cardinal, and says Vancouver, Canada, and he kill it right like that. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I think. I think that's a first. Like, we've had quite a few people on, and they're little snappy little. What do we call it again? Oh bloody hell! I am
elevator pitch, or
yeah, that thingamajig. The people have just been not very good. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. Booster's
The-
drinking too much today.
I need
I
caffeine.
don't know
I need-
what's happening.
I'm gonna go get caffeine. I'll be
Yes,
right back.
please
Here,
do so.
I'll try and
Please do so.
say when he was having a stroke over there. It's extremely good, actually. It's one simple sentence that lays it out. The problem is, I think it was Einstein who said something to the effect: if you can't summarize something quickly and concisely, you don't know it very well. And I think a lot of the problem is a lot of these people don't actually know their story as well as they think they do. So they can't do what you've done here, which that's perfect. In my opinion, I don't think you could have made it any better than that. It's succinct
It
and
is.
gets your interest instantly.
Yeah. And, you know, Einstein does have a lot of quotables. You know, at least he has something. Bullet says, get both
He's got
owned
those quotes.
and wrecked. Chester. Thanks, Bullet. God, no
You're not
love,
gonna go on
man.
about your bloody plasma science again, are you, Chester?
No, that's for tomorrow. And actually, I got some really cool stuff for you guys tomorrow.
Oh
to-
shit.
Yeah, we'll deal with that later. But
Alright,
anyway,
I got some caffeine. Let's hope for not another blunder, eh? Yes.
actually, caffeine sounds good. Let me see if I can ask my wife for coffee and see what happens. You guys ready? Here we go. Hey,
What?
baby. Hey,
I
baby.
supposed to say woman. What do you think?
Can I have some coffee? She just nods as she's looking at her phone. I don't know if what's going to happen. Hold on a second. Let me see.
Okay. You should-
And
have
she's
you tried
moving.
saying-
She's moving.
Oh, that went well.
There you
Have
go.
you tried saying woman and then smacking her?
I bet she loves it when you do play-by-play commentary of her actions. I bet that's she's just a big fan.
And then
Then the wife walks across the room. She
Now
gets
that
the
is
coffee.
a married
Chester's
man
looking at her ass.
understanding women right there is what Thundera just did. Are you
Correct.
married? Are you married, Ryan?
No, I'm not.
No. So you're a smart man.
Do you wanna
You're
be?
wise.
I was married.
Oh, you were.
Oh,
Oh, you were.
yeah.
Okay,
No,
well, let's
that's
get into the
very
details.
Okay,
All
well,
right, go ahead.
He got wise. He didn't
No,
start
got
that
wise.
way. He
didn't
learned.
start that way. No,
Yeah.
I love being
It's like,
married.
wait
Actually.
a minute.
Scott says, I know my story, just Chester has no sense of humor. Dude, I have the best sense of humor. What are you talking about? God.
by the end of this
It's the
episode,
best.
by the end of this episode, we're getting Ryan to spill all his secrets, and he's just going to be crying.
I know, right? Lay down on the couch. Lay down.
FanSpeak,
Let's
come
discuss
for your
it.
therapy. We offer talk therapy.
What
All
do I
right.
got to do for my therapy?
Don't ask Booster those questions. You really don't want to. He's a very oiled hetero dude.
Oh yeah,
It's
oh yeah.
troublesome.
I'm
Um,
too hetero. It's
yeah.
a little concerning.
Like an otter.
But let me jump back
Yeah,
into this
yeah.
too. Chaos, A Story of Blood and Stone is an all-out action fantasy comic that is inspired by anime and manga, such as Dragon Ball, Naruto, Blade of the Immortal, as well as the animated series Avatar, The Last Airbender. Now that is a good reference because that was a killer show.
And now you're a weeb. Jeez.
Completely.
Oh, this is dire.
This is a cover, I'm assuming, yeah?
Yeah, that's cover to issue 1. And that is the black and white cover. There is the secret tier cover that is available only to email subscribers.
Mhm.
And that is going to be a wraparound virgin cover. That is the only color that's going to be available on this project.
I see. So this is pure black and white. And now you mentioned that is a volume or chapter 1 or issue 1 or whatever. But is that insinuating that there are more inside this project or more to come?
There, more to come.
I see.
Much more to come.
So it does say up here we have a 48-page comic book that we're a graphic novel we're doing here, and it looks like one signed issue of KS for $20. Sweet, it's not bad, right? A little more sensible price. I think that's actually probably a good thing on your part. And then I see you got some perks. We'll come back to that in a minute, though. So let's get into the nitty gritty here. We got the story here that I'm looking at now. So just lay out exactly what's going on in this book as much as you can. Obviously, you don't want to give away too many spoilers, but lay it out here as I look down at this art and stuff. That is nice. Look at that.
Okay, so for issue 1, because the story itself is a long format story, issue 1 is just the very, very beginning of a very big arc, and it's meant to be read once all the first 3 issues are put together in a volume. So, and with issue 1, we're going to have our main character for this issue, who is Maya. She is the thief, and with her, she's carrying something that she has stolen and the bounty hunters are hunting her down, and she's hoping that she can get to this place called the Dragon Mouth Pass, that is a crystal labyrinth that is known as an escape route for thieves. Once you get in there, you like it becomes incredibly hard to track you down, and if she makes it through, she can disappear and go on her business on and take what she has stolen scot free.
Well, I see in the panel here that she's holding this whatever she's stolen, and I see the bounty hunters are chasing her. Now, I have to ask a question just looking at the art offhand. Is this post-apocalyptic?
No,
It's not. Okay.
no.
This is medieval.
Um, since I'm going with more like a mashup route, it's got like weird magic sci-fi elements woven into it.
Hmm. So like Dune-esque.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There's going to be some Dune-esque parts in there.
That's cool. I like that. And this is a lead bounty hunter, I'm assuming. This dude, this bearded fellow.
Yeah, he's the captain of the bounty hunters, and each of the bounty hunters have their own quote unquote unique ability. Kind of just think of each of them as like an X-Men.
All right. Okay. Okay. And she's opening this portal, and they're trying to reach out and catch her. We're getting close. And does she get through? Does he stop her? Something happens. Oh no! And there's no more. Oh God! Cliffhanger.
Oh. Ooh.
All right. I do like the art though, but you know I love your art, dude. You got some really cool stuff. Yeah.
And this is really good, man. I really love it when people aren't afraid to give just a little bit of spoilers, but just enough to get people interested. That's what I've been talking about a lot. Some people, they don't want to reveal just about anything about this story because they're like, oh, I don't know. What if they spoil everything? Spoil a little.
You gotta spoil a little.
You gotta spoil a little. You gotta get people in. Spoil enough to make people want to find out what happens.
Yeah, I agree.
With that too, anybody who wants to actually read the initial draft of the first 8 pages, if you go to the website www.kaiascomic.com, you will get a first draft of the first 8 pages, and like I said, you'll be able to sign up to the secret perk if you want to get that.
That's cool, dude. There you go. Check that out.
You want to just give me that link real quick?
That's www.kaiascomic.com.
Wow, you do realize Thunder is way ahead of you, right?
Oh, you piece of crap.
actually, I wasn't. I literally was doing something else at that moment, so Booster could probably have beaten me.
Could have. So I was. Was I cock blocking for you? Or that's not what it'd be. Link blocking you? Is that what I just did for you? Oh my God.
Yeah, you're pulling the EU right now.
You're right. Let me see here. Let's go back up to the perks. Of course, we mentioned one signed issue for $20, and now we come down to 2 signed issues of Kaias for $30. That's a good deal. But
that's the deal out of all of them, because like if you work out the math, that's the steal. If you and a buddy want to go in on it, that's the one to go for.
It is, yeah, that's true. And 6 of those have been claimed. But I do see here in the chat that Scott is talking about the wood print looks really cool. And you were talking about that the other day, actually. And that's sitting right here at the $50 mark. So it says, this perk comes with a 1 signed comic and 1 custom handmade black and white 8-inch by 10-inch wood print. Each print is unique due to the printing and finishing procedure. Each wood print will be numbered, signed, then sealed with a UV clear coat varnish to make the print last a lifetime.
A wood print?
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty cool. Talk to us a little bit about that. Do you have a bigger image of that down here?
Unfortunately, I don't.
Yeah, you might want to throw that in there. I mean, this page looks good though. But you might want to throw that in. Just why not, right?
What would the wood print do to the weight of the product? Will it affect shipping at all?
No, that is the reason why I have it available just with the 1 comic. In Canada, we have really, really bad shipping rates. And if you are over by 1 gram, it automatically doubles the cost of your shipping.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So I have everything just below the allowable limit for national, international, and
500 grams?
Yeah, 500 grams. Yeah.
Nice.
Sweet. And,
Good,
when we were doing Tales from Beyond the Gate, which we are planning on bringing that back, by the way, but when we were doing that, we went through a lot of these conversations. And actually, George was extremely helpful on that. He knows quite a bit about that kind of stuff, the weight breaks and stuff like that. But, it's tough. That is touchy. Shipping is a pain in the butt, dude.
Oh yeah, I spent so much time with my scale making mock-up stuffs. Like I'm using the book Akira. Do you remember the old Epic colored version?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are all 64 pages, and that's pretty much what I'm modeling it after.
Oh wow.
So the weight of that, the paper of that, that's kind of what I'm hoping to hit. And all my shipping weight is like seriously just below the limit.
Yeah, be careful because when you're actually taping stuff together.
Oh yeah, no, I've worked in the tape as well. Yeah.
Good
Now,
man.
I do have we're going to continue with this looking at the perks here, but I do have a question from the chat that deserves answering, actually. Roger Heller here says, hey there, Ryan, question for you. Has Battle Chasers, the comic, ever been an inspiration for Kaios?
Oh hell yeah, yeah. Joe Matt is definitely one of my influences. That guy's ability to capture energy and excitement in his stuff is so awesome.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely right. Good question, Roger. And I'm sitting here looking. A lot of people are just putting links or just listening intently, which is really cool. But now I have to ask though, coming back here to the perks, where did you get the idea of doing a wood print? It seems an odd thing. Is it how thick is the board? Is it fragile? Is it something that will break easily? I have questions.
And I got answers. The wood itself is birch wood. It's 1/8 of an inch thick. It's
Okay.
flexible enough and rigid enough, so it'll actually help with the backing of the comic book.
Oh, there you go. That's actually pretty thick.
And
1/8 of an inch. That's not thin at all.
nope. And if anybody's interested, I actually just put up a video on my YouTube channel, kind of
Mhm.
just going over what it is, because I've had lots of people ask me about it. So I just figure it's easier for me to make a video and just point people over there, and you can check it out.
Oh, there you go. There you go. And I do notice that Thundero did drop down your link. Now, Booster just kind of tried to type it in, not really realizing that there's more to a link than just, letters. But it's all right. Thundero got it covered.
You sh- You can shut your whole mouth.
I shall. But answer the first question too, as well. Where did you get the idea to do this? I mean, I've never heard anyone doing a wood print for a comic. I see metal prints. I mean, Mike Miller does it a lot. Now, I've got several of them. They're actually pretty cool. I have to say, I did get that Lone Star pack finally here in Japan. I'm probably one of the last humans on Earth to get the Lone Star thing. But I was pretty happy with what I got. Now, I haven't read it yet. I'm going to have to go do that. And I'm a bit terrified to do so. But the packing, what I got, I felt satisfied with what I got in the end. And I got metal prints in there. It was really cool. So wood print sounds cool to me, but how did you come to that decision, though?
Well, we used to hold art shows at the tattoo shop all the time, every 3 to 4 months. And this was one of the things that I used to do for the art shows was like find unique things to put my artwork on. And I found a way to do this image transfer technique onto the wood. And I figured for this campaign, I've never seen anybody do wood prints. So
No,
I was
I
like,
haven't either.
let me hop in and be one of the first people doing that.
Oh, there you go. So putting artwork on skin wasn't a unique surface enough for you. Interesting.
Yeah, after almost 20 years, it's just like work,
I get it. Yeah. It does look awesome, Scott. You're right. It's a cool idea. I never thought of it, but I think why not, dude? And it prints on there beautifully, I'm assuming.
Yeah, if you actually go and check out the video, you can see some of the image quality of the transfer technique, and it's like whatever I can get onto the transfer paper, the majority of it will be able to transfer with ease onto the wood.
Awesome. Well, go check that video, guys, out. The link is right there. That's on the YouTube channel, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But you can find it through the website as well, I'm assuming.
Or you can click the link in the chat right now before Fandara.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I just put the video up last night, so it's fresh. So.
Oh, sweet. All right, go check that out, guys, because I think it's fascinating. I think it's really cool, and I'm going to wait to see how this turns out for that. But let's keep moving down here and look at some of the other perks. Now we're getting into the bigger tier ones. Now this one here, signed plus 1 sketch cover. Now a lot of people do the sketch covers. Now, are you going to be doing anything they choose, or are you just doing kind of a standard sketch for a whole bunch of them, like 50? It looks like.
It'll be characters from the comic book.
I see. So they'll be random. So there's 50 different ones.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, that's cool. That is cool. All right. And so that's a neat little tier. I think that's a good idea. A lot of people like to have this $75 tier. I think it works out really well. And then of course we're coming into your last one, which is the Big Daddy tier, which everybody also has, and it's good that you do. And this one you only have a limit of 50 as well. This is a $150 one. Tell us about this.
Yeah, this is the combination of all the art stuff that I'll be doing. So you'll get a wood print, a 8x10 finished ink drawing, and a sketch card, and a sketch cover as well.
Sweet.
So for anybody who's really into the artwork that I'm doing, this will be the tier that you want to collect.
Now I see you're mentioning Bristol board in here, and I've heard this used by many artists. What is the deal with Bristol board? Why does this seem to be the standard?
It's just like a really nice, sturdy piece of paper to draw on.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice, thick, it's rigid. It holds up over time. Holds the ink, holds the pencil well. So yeah, it's a nice standard piece of paper.
Now this is for Bristol board is for drawing. It's not for printing, right?
You can print on it. I've done some prints on it. It just there's no nice finish on it though. But when you use inks and pencils, it just looks right, you know.
I see. Yeah, no, we see all these amazing things come together, and they tend to be on Bristol board. So what other type of wood? This is not wood, it's paper. Well, it is wood. Oh God. All right. So what other kind of paper other than Bristol board is something that artists use?
Let's see. Watercolor paper. I use a lot of that stuff back when I was tattooing, just for doing artwork and stuff. Just because it has that traditional classic tattoo look. What else am I using? I might as well mention this. So for the card, the trading card, once we hit that tier or that stretch goal, everyone who gets the trading card, when it's backed, shipped out, you guys need to hold on to that, because that's going to be part of a contest later on. Oh. And what the contest is going to be for is original piece of artwork that is on a 130-year-old piece of paper.
All right. Awesome. Sweet. And this is a good looking project. Of course, we've all seen Ryan's arts. If you guys have checked out the Fan Edition Drawn and Quartered, you know the level of art you're getting. And of course, what he's demonstrating here on this page, of course, is great too. But we are familiar with his art, and it's nice that up the top you have different art than you have down below. I think that's a good idea. Boy, does that look like Naruto. That really comes across Naruto.
Yeah, Kishimoto Sensei is one of the favorites.
Oh, you weeb.
Yeah.
That is cool, dude. Yeah, big hand behind it. Yeah, Naruto. I watched that with my kids a bit. I thought it was fun. I still prefer Full Metal Alchemist. I think that's the best anime I've ever seen.
Full Metal's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, but Naruto is cool. My son's a big fan of Naruto. We saw it quite a bit here in the house, but I actually haven't seen much anime the past few years because my kids went off to university, so I don't really watch much myself when they're not here, you know.
You're not missing out.
Some anime is pretty good, dude.
One Punch Man is amazing.
I never really got into that. I'm much more preferred Mob Psycho 100. Actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mob Psycho is also amazing.
Yeah, I like that better. But Wanpanman is a phenomenal hit over here for sure, as it is internationally. So that's all good. But it's cool to see all these kind of influences, and you definitely got a manga feel going on here. But it has that Western sensibility because the Japanese are a bit crazy, and but having a little bit of that. Western sensibility, I think, actually tightens it up nice in a nice way. But even though you're Canadian, which we will forgive for today, but we shall never forgive George.
I'm here. You called my name.
I
know. You have two more chances.
I was going to say, Chester, if you want to play the trailer, the music that I actually made it was from the YouTube library in the free section, so you will not get copyright strike. So,
sure. You guys want to listen to a trailer? Let's try.
Do it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. It's loading. Ooh, ooh,
Yeah.
that reminds me a little bit of Akira.
Oh yeah. Oh, volume.
Dude, that's a good trailer. Good music too. Wow. Yeah, it's not like you've ever made a trailer before. Goodness gracious. Uh, that
Dude, that
is
was a really good trailer.
that was a great trailer.
Did you do all of that?
Yeah, that's all me, man.
All of it? Oh my god.
Yeah, the only thing that's not me is the music. Like I said, I got that from the YouTube library specifically for coming on to the shows and stuff like that, just in case.
Ah,
Like,
you're
hey,
such an amateur. God darn it.
Yeah. No, it's great music too. I love the music. But you might
Oh my
want to. I know you know what you're doing, but that did come in a bit hot. You might want to go and reduce that sound and render it out with the reduced sound, just so it doesn't come in so hot on the headphones. You know.
yeah, it's one of those things where every time that I've messed with the levels so much,
Yeah.
where I was like, this is perfect, and then it's like, oh, it's too low. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, it's too
Ah, I
hot.
see.
So
Yeah.
I just got it to a point where it's just like, you know what? If it's a little hot,
Yeah.
people can just turn it down a little bit.
You know what?
I get it.
We usually tell people that having a video as your frontamajiggy on the Indiegogo page is usually pointless because it's usually just a little trailer of people going, "Yeah, I've been really wanting to do a trailer." Yeah, your one made me want to back it. I'm backing it right
Yeah,
now.
I was
And
thinking the
that's
same thing too. It's like, why did I bother speaking to you for 45 minutes? We could have just simply played the trailer.
yeah,
Uh,
I did a lot of research when it came to the trailers. I probably spent about 12 hours going through Indiegogo and Kickstarter just watching everybody's trailer.
Yeah.
And the number one thing that I found is when every creator starts talking about their project, it makes me not want to buy the thing. And that's why I avoided me in the trailer altogether. I was like, put everything on the comic book, show what it is, and the goal is to be like, cool, what is this? That's what I was aiming for.
Well, something you might want to do, and this is something that I can actually help you with, sincerely. You might want to, after this project, which is, you funded, and hopefully you'll hit stretch goals, and this cool looking project, go back it, solid art, right? Interesting story. But of course, over here in Japan, Indiegogo and Kickstarter is not really a thing that people do, but they have their own crowdfunding ideas. What you might want to
Mhm.
do is get together with me and let me translate this book into Japanese because it might sell here. Um, uh,
That's actually part of the model that I was working for. So
oh, there you go.
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, no, seriously, because there's we see a lot of campaigns here. I didn't even know. I haven't kept track how many Indiegogo creators and pages we've looked at since we've been doing this 8-9 months now. But I don't suggest that to them because their book I know won't sell. Western art does not work here in Japan. It just doesn't. It is what it is. But that
Yeah.
is very manga-esque, and it's done in a very manga way. And that trailer, Japanese would lose their freaking mind over that trailer, dude. No,
Yeah,
I'm
most of
serious.
the time when someone have like a trailer or video there, our first suggestion is take it down, have a big image.
Yes, no, it
just,
is.
just,
Right.
just use an image, but you're allowed to keep that one.
Yeah, you keep that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, but it's also that the trailer, even though it's a trailer, it just has the name of the project across, which works, right? So even that, it looks fine. And obviously, you did that on purpose, so good on you.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should talk to me later about
Yeah, yeah.
doing that for you because I can get that done easy, dude.
Oh yeah, and I just backed it.
Oh, there you go.
Awesome. Thank you, Booster.
Yeah, let me refresh and see the Booster's backing of it. And you should feel privileged because Booster doesn't back things.
It's
That's
true.
rare.
I'm very poor.
It is true.
Well,
But
it's greatly appreciated, man.
yeah,
I can't eat for the week now, Ryan, but also I might
I'll-
lose some weight. It's win-win for everyone.
it is.
Well, I'll see if I can slip some ramen or something into the package. Send that your way.
My man.
But oh, that's funny. Because we all understand that Booster, although he complains about weebs constantly, he is a weeb. Really comes right down.
Look, just because I like Final Fantasy, Bayonetta, Kingdom Hearts, Dragon Ball Z, and Afro Samurai doesn't make me a complete weeb.
No, I guess not.
It
But
makes you an
Afro Samurai,
incomplete weeb.
an incomplete weeb. Yeah, there's so much more that's better
That's
to see.
why I'm empty.
Afro Samurai is badass though. I love Afro Samurai. But dude, there's
love
so many
Afro
cool
Samurai. That
stuff.
almost converted me alone. Jeez, it's
Yeah,
so
dude,
cool.
it's beautiful, and it's just the right amount of Japanese insanity too.
Yep.
Afro Samurai is awesome. But no, seriously, you talk to me later about that, dude, because we can get that done. I think pretty easy. It's only 48 pages. I think that can.
At the moment, there are stretch goals to bump that to 56, and if we hit the ultimate stretch goal, it bumps it up to 64 pages.
Yeah, but even that, I think that's only a few days of work, dude. We can get that done.
Oh yeah.
And it's good too because having access to me instead of hiring some Western translator, I actually will translate it in common speech, not just the dictionary Japanese, right?
Yeah.
So
that's awesome, man.
it
Yeah,
is
we'll talk.
awesome.
We'll talk for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a cool looking project, guys. Definitely go check it out and back it. Killer art, killer concept, killer trailer. Maybe the best trailer we've seen, I think, Booster.
Oh, yeah, easily.
I think he gets the medal for that. I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
like I said, it's the first one where I didn't tell someone to take it down.
Right. No, Now, to be fair though, we don't have Dinale and DeWolf in here today, because they both have things going on. And if they are the ones that are the most strict and most strict about these Indiegogo pages, they're not afraid to tell you what they think would improve the page. And of course, they're the ones that are going to jump all over a trailer hard. Those two. Right, but I think I'm guessing, but I'm thinking those two would have loved what I just watched. So I can tentatively give you a thumbs up from the DeWolf and the Denali as well.
Cool, I'll take it.
We're speaking on their behalf now. This is how close
we
we
are. We are
as a family.
Well, their opinions are important here actually, because we built a team over here, right? And those guys are extremely analytical, and we need that. Right, and we have you, who's an idiot.
I'm also softer than they are.
That's true. You're much softer. You're kind of oily hetero, right? We have Thundera, who's mad like 99.9% of the time.
That's right. I'm the right prick. I'm fine with it.
He is the right prick. But we try to balance ourselves with the team over here with lots of opinion. We got George, who we know George likes trolling. We play around a lot with George, but actually George is extremely knowledgeable about the mechanics and logistics of this kind of stuff, guys. George, it can be a little boring and dry. I get it, but that's a valuable resource having George here because he understands the ins and outs of the logistics of this stuff really well, and that's a handy resource. I'm thinking, yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, that stuff's vital because that's what can kill a campaign is those logistics, those things you don't keep an eye on, and we all know of campaigns that completely fell apart on the back end because of it.
Yeah, no, Tank Fair says, yep, I'm going through Chester Busby to get a solid foreign language translation. If you can't do it, he probably knows who can. That's true. Yeah, if I can't do it, I can find someone who can. Yeah.
Have his wife do it. She'll do better.
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't do it without giving it to her to edit. Most certainly. I would let her edit it for sure. Actually, I wouldn't give it to my wife. I'd give it to my daughter, dude. because she loves
That's even
manga.
smarter.
She's a huge
That's
manga
even
fan.
smarter.
And she's young. But no, of course I would do that. Just to make sure I got it right. Yeah, no, that's another benefit. It's not just me. I have a community around me
He
that
has a
can help.
team,
I do.
a whole team.
The other question is that I don't think we've discussed at all yet is the pricing that you're asking for. Is it enough? Like you ask for $3,000, and hopefully you'll bloody skyrocket and make more than enough. But is your asking price enough to ship this book?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did the math on it, and it's as long as I'm hitting the goals and the way they are, and the backers the way that they are, it'll do what it does.
Yeah. No, for a 50-page or so book, you can do that. You can get away with that. That's tight
All
though.
right.
That's tight. Once he
Yeah.
gets over the $5,000, I think he won't be sweating anymore though.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I think that $5,000 mark will make him feel more comfortable. I'm assuming, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll easily hit that, bro.
Yeah. It's a good looking campaign. That trailer, dude. Damn, why did you tell us to watch that from the beginning?
Because it's the hook. It's the thing that I actually work the most on, because I'm doing the campaign the way you're not supposed to do it. Like I have like no fan structure. I got no social media presence, all that kind of stuff. So I was like, where can I hit people the hardest? And that's the trailer. So
and that music being copyright free, therefore you can use it. It's a really good choice for Japan as well. That kind of music is what is going to be in front of an anime. Now
That's
it
hype
would
as
be
hell. Yeah.
well, it would be better if it was a little more tinny, and a little bit less Western heavy metal, in truth. But actually, I might be able to help you with that too.
yeah, as
So
long as it's in the same vein,
yeah.
that's the key. Yeah.
No, I just think
Yeah,
for
you need to
Japanese
have
a little
a,
more tinny.
I think you need to have a Japanese man singing like he's about to cry. That I believe the weebs love that shit.
No, that's a Korean. It's not Japanese. But you know what I mean. You remember in the '80s, where all the heavy metals come out, and you had that kind of stuff like Tesla, not Tesla.
Testament and
Striper. Striper is a perfect example. And they had that the twin guitar solos and the really tinny, high pitched, clean pop
yeah,
metal.
there's more treble in it than bass.
Yeah. That's exactly right. This is the Japanese anime front, right? That's the kind of music you want. This is a little bit
Yeah.
too much Manowar, Metallica. So I would tin that up a little bit. But I have access to all kind of music bands as well. Yeah, we'll talk later. This is not the place
Yeah,
for
man.
it. But it is cool. I'm excited about it now because that's the first project I have seen, and like I said, I can't remember how many we've done here. That's the first one I've seen that I think
Oh,
actually could be killer in Japan, dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like I said, that was part of the whole process of what I'm thinking here too, is because like Western comics, as awesome as they are, there is a far bigger reach globally. So I was trying to make something that could possibly be blended out to something in Japan, the Philippines, so on and so forth.
yeah, cool.
Well,
All right.
when you're making bloody millions from the Japanese, just remember your buddy Booster could use some ramen. Huh?
Why would he
Ramen
remember
it?
you? You're doing
Because he
nothing to
starved
help
for
him.
you. He starved for you.
I'll send you some oil and some ramen.
Oh my God.
My man.
No, Ryan is paying attention, and you have made
I'll
a little
send
bit
some
of money
paper
here.
towels
Thanks,
while
guys.
you're at it.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for backing it. Japanese hair metal. Yeah, that's right, Tank Ferret. You're right. It's exactly what it is. But that's what they do. That's the image they have, especially for this kind of action-packed type of manga. But anyway, we'll leave that conversation for now. But it is cool. Anyway, so Ryan, is there anything you would like to say about the project before we move on?
No. Boss, I got a question.
Yeah.
Tell us
Yeah.
about the printing process. How's that working out? What are the steps that you got to the printer? Is it digital? Is it pre-press? Overseas?
I'm looking at local printers here in Vancouver. There's literally offset printers in every direction. I could throw a baseball and probably hit 2 of them.
Are you going to trade printers or are you going commercial printers?
Let's see, trade printers, commercial printers.
Okay.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Okay. Before you go to a printer, trade printers are where you should go to. Do not go to a commercial printer. There's a huge difference in pricing.
He's
Yeah, I'm
talking
looking
about.
at.
Man, go ahead.
I'm looking at Hemlock printers, and they do like large offset runs. But like I said, I got to find out how much I make first before I can make that final
Right.
decision.
Yeah. Okay.
Not
Recommendation.
putting. Oh yeah, no, I'll definitely always keep my eyes and ears open on everything. So
No. They won't tell you they are a commercial printer or a trade printer. You have to find out yourself.
okay.
You're looking for a trade printer.
Yeah.
Trade printers are not as many as commercial printers. Commercial printers, usually when they have too much work, they send it off to the trade printer.
Yeah, but
Okay.
George,
Write
actually,
that down.
with Hemlock, we've had another or one or two other projects talking about Hemlock before. Actually, this is not the first time I've heard it, and I do believe it's a Canadian-based company, and they do have a beautiful look to the things they do. Actually,
All printers can run a beautiful job on their press. The difference is the money.
yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
The trade printer, they price their service to you based on you being a reseller. A commercial printer prices their services to you based on you being the end user.
hmm Well, actually, I remember the last time we were talking about the Hemlock. What they seem to do mainly magazine stuff. Actually, they're mainly like a magazine thing, and I seem to recall something about them being very eco-friendly or something like that. It's been a while
All
since we talked about Hemlock,
all
but
printers are eco-friendly. It's just what do you call non-GMO or clean fruit or vegetables. It's just
yeah,
a
I get
word
it.
now.
Yeah.
But I am right in that, Ryan. I believe they mainly do magazines, right?
Yeah, they do magazines. I was on their site a while ago, and they actually did have comic book stuff, and they don't have it there anymore. So I'm just like, where did that go? Damn it!
Mm.
But yeah, like I said, there's printers all over the place. But I got to find out exactly how much of the campaign, and then I can make my steps from there.
Awesome. And Scott says, I could do some original leads on my guitar. He says, that's cool, dude. Check it out. Lady Celtic Moon says, sings, it's all about the money, money, money. I don't know which song that's supposed to be, but I just sang something. Ever played
You ever
Metal
hear the
Gear
music from-
Rising music in
Yeah, I was
that
about to ask that.
kick-ass? Yeah.
You ever play that Metal Gear Rising?
Oh yeah.
Because the soundtrack on that is just nuts, and it just reminds me of all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Any other questions for Ryan here? No? All right.
I have one. Why does he continue to choose to be Canadian when he's that close to America?
I know, right? Just step over the word. But then again, Seattle is a freaking wasteland, dude.
I mean, he can come a little more east, and then he'll be in.
No. I grew up in Alberta. Once I got over the mountains, I was like, that's it. There's nowhere else for me to go in Canada.
Oh, wow. So Alberta is countryside, I'm assuming?
It's the prairies. It's like the desolate wasteland.
Sweet. Actually,
It's basically it's a lot of people call it the Texas of Canada.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I would suggest you go to Alabama. That's probably the best place you go right now, I'd say. Alabama.
Texas of Canada is not anymore.
Oh no!
Sorry, that was an inside joke for the Americans in the room. But anyway, Ryan, give us your last spiel.
I got it.
Move on.
I got the joke.
You know what? I do have another question.
Yeah.
In your let me rephrase the question properly. In your lowest tier, or your introductory, the cost of the comic and the cost of the shipping.
Yeah.
Are you basing that off of because your numbers right now are at 78 backers, going to press? There's no commercial trade printer that will run 100 books to press. So you're going to carry a lot of inventory. Are you thinking? Are you contemplating on doing digital before at a certain point?
The theoretical plan right now, like I said, depending on where the campaign ends, I do want to have a surplus because it is an ongoing series. So I want to have issue 1 available for the issue 2 launch and the issue 3 launch. That way, if anybody missed out, there'll still be a tier available where you can hop in with issue 1 and issue 2 and issue 3.
That's always a very good idea.
There you go.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right. Okay, that's cool.
All right, Ryan, give us your last bit there, and then we'll move on to a little bit of news.
If anybody wants to sign up for the mailing list, you go to www.kaiascomic.com, and like I said, you'll get a free 8-page preview of the comic book, and you will get access to the secret perk, which will be the wraparound full color cover, and that's the only color that's going to be on this campaign.
Sweet. There you go. Awesome. Yeah, alternate colors are. We do complain about them a lot over here when it comes to the big two, or not even just even the. I'd say the independents are worse than the big two, to be honest with you. But in this situation on a Kickstarter, alternate covers make a lot of sense, though. It's a different format, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't be afraid of doing that. I think it's fine. And who's doing your alt cover for you?
It's going to be me doing the full wraparound cover, and this is a little bit of a sample of it right here. This is the initial sketch for it.
Oh, let me come back over there then. Hold on a second.
Very nice.
All right, let me come over here real quick. You're making me do work, Ryan. All right, here you go.
Sorry.
Where's the logo going to go?
It's a virgin cover, so there is no text on it whatsoever. It's just all art all the way across.
Hey, Ryan, you shouldn't mention the word virgin around Booster. He's very sensitive.
Virgin.
That could come as a possibility. That could come back and haunt you as a virgin cover. It might come back to haunt you. Have a little window dressing somewhere small on the cover.
No, it's just for the backers that get the secret tier. That's it.
There you go.
Okay.
That's cool, dude. And it's a cool looking cover too. All right, awesome. Now, of course, at the end of the show, we'll come back here and we'll talk a little bit more about and show it to you guys again. Why am I missing? Oh, I see. I got to do this. We will come back and talk to you guys again about it, of course. But right now, what we need to do is go over and cover a little bit of our news that we do today. So let me come back and show this. Yes, and then come over and let you guys see what's going on over here. And Ryan, definitely stick around, dude. We're not going to go much longer. So, all right, here we go. All right, so this week in comics. Now, this is from Batman News, which is okay. There's a place called Batman News. The moment we stopped rooting for Batman. Now, Booster, you suggested this, and I'm assuming you actually read this article.
Oh no, I didn't read it.
There you go. All right. Then
I
shall.
didn't read it all.
Well, I shall then. I thank you very much. See, this is where Dinale is useful. Anyway, reviews and the discussions they inspired are a big part of why readers visit the Batman News comic session. So, an article in which all of our reviewers engage in a discussion about that week's titles. Why you'd think is a no-brainer. This is just talking about themselves. It's not what I want. All right. So we have some kind of conversation going on here between a Brian and a Dan and a Jay and a Josh. Let's see. Brian says, at this point, I'm rooting for Bane. Dan says, I think I'm rooting for Bane too. First, he punched Gordon, and now Tim. Wow. Tim, I'm assuming that's Robin. Jay, seriously?
Yeah, Tim Drake Robin, yeah.
Wow. These are not the actions of someone we should be rooting for. Dan says, way to alienate your audience. Stay classy, Bruce. Brian says, also, I wish Bane was naked at the dinner party. Okay, these guys are idiots.
What have I done? Basically, I want to go up to the little panel there, right, of the page from the comic. Yeah, and as you can see, basically Tim Drake was just trying to be nice to Bruce. He was just Batman was just mourning, being like, "Oh no, everything's so sad." And Tim Drake says, "I know what you're going through." And then there you go. Bruce just swings around and says, "You don't know a damn thing," and smacks old Tim Drake right in the bloody face. This is what Tom King is doing to Batman.
Yeah, well,
It's just deconstructionism is just so bloody easy. It's one of these things that dumb writers think make them so damn smart, right? Just destroying a character and breaking them down.
well,
It's just
the problem with Tom King really is it really breaks down to this. Now, a lot of people joke about he's obviously has some kind of depressions going on in his own life, and he's putting them on the page, which is not appropriate. But actually, the thing with Tom King is the fact that he doesn't understand Batman at all. He doesn't. He wants to make him angsty, and he wants to psychologically break him and make it edgy, right? But what he doesn't understand is Batman is all about control. That is his superpower. Is
Correct.
control.
Discipline.
He's
And
disciplined.
his will.
And his
Yeah.
will. He's
Yeah, sheer
always
willpower,
in
yeah.
control. If you break Batman to the point that he's lost control, lost his discipline, you've killed Batman.
Yep. He might as well just be executing the Joker at that point.
Yeah.
He
Or
might as well just be
any other
any guy in a suit. Yeah, he might as well just be anybody. I mean, anybody can be him then if he doesn't have that.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
You know, something interesting regarding this is that you can see the dynamics of the artist putting too much of their real life or experiences into the product. I mean, this happened with Snyder when he did Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman, all that stuff. You can see the anger in him. There was no fun. The product was not fun at all. And you can see it in some artists where there's anger in their artwork. Grinning teeth, always flexing, never a relaxed panel showing off their work. And this is just the latest in the trend of the unprofessionalism, if I would like to call it, where they put too much of their personal life into the product, and they're just ruining it.
They are.
They think they're doing a great product, but they're not. They're just no one cares about your feelings. Concentrate on the characters and the story.
And also, the editors need to be held accountable.
Yes.
There's a word.
It's also even worse than that because this isn't his. Batman is not his to mess up.
That's right.
It's got a legacy that's 100 years old. So when you get in there and you fiddle around with it and you make changes to the core mechanics of a character, like Batman losing his mind and slapping somebody in anger like that, it doesn't work, and it's almost a form of sacrilege against the creation of what's been made by other people, carried along for 100 years by dozens of very talented people, some not so talented, and it's not right. It's like spitting on your ancestors. You shouldn't do it. You should honor what's been passed down to you, and I think that's one of the reasons why more conservative people, when we see this kind of stuff, it instinctually bothers us because we know that's what they're doing. They're spitting all over the past.
You know what? Speaking right now, as a group here, I just figured out how to save the comic book industry.
Did you, George?
It's very simple. Yeah. Corporate Marvel,
machine
corporate
guns.
DC.
Right.
I'm not talking about the artists and the editors and all that stuff. I'm talking about the people that own the companies. Right? They send a brand manager or a brand executive or brand VP into Marvel, into DC, and sit down and then review all the product and they look at it and goes, it goes against the brand? Go back and fix it.
George, something like that might work for DC, maybe because we see conflicting ideals, and when we're talking about identity politics, which is a big problem, right? With DC, we see conflicting ideals. I mean, like for instance, them bringing back Vertigo in order to put all that SJW crap in there was a good move. So it's showing us that there's some people that they're on the fence with this current zeitgeist. Marvel, this wouldn't work for at all because all of that is coming down from Disney, obviously.
Yeah, Disney has made the shift from where and how they want your money.
Yeah.
They don't care about comic books. They care about getting your butt in the seat in the theater now.
Yep.
That's where they're going to pull your money from.
And their perception is that the SJW crowd is a bigger crowd than the normal everyday Joe crowd. Yeah.
No, I don't even think it's that. I don't even think it's that. I think it's their perception is they can put this stuff to pander to them, and most normal people will just ignore it. And that's fine. Then they can do their little agenda that they have, that they obviously have, and most normal people will ignore it. I mean, people still go and see these movies all the time.
Right.
It takes an overt message, like the Ghostbusters movie. One, that was just a bad movie, but two, it was pretty overt what they were doing with it, and enough people saw that they were just like, no.
Right.
So as long as they're subtle with it, they can still do the marketing to those people, which is all it is. It's just marketing.
It's interesting.
Still flood their theaters with patrons.
It's what you just said is interesting because all these large corporate companies, they have a focus group division where they try to figure out what's the best product to put out so they can make the most money. Somewhere in this focus group division, they've lost track of reality. I mean, they are literally pandering to people who do not spend money. That's just insane.
Yeah.
Well, the thing, like I've said before, it's not even about spending money. It's about making sure their stock price doesn't get hurt. As long as their brand is strong. Look at Amazon. Amazon loses money on retail most of the time. They actually lose money when they sell you something. But their brand name is so strong, they make money on the back end through the stock market and other things. That's what Disney's that big. I mean, they're the biggest entertainment company in the world, or real close to it. So they don't really care necessarily if one particular brand looks a little silly and loses a little bit of money, as long as the overall brand keeps making money. Now, they obviously aren't going to keep something around if it's a complete wash, but they can take a hit as long as it doesn't hit them in the stock price where they make their real money.
Yeah. And Disney has always been notorious about print. They have never liked being in the print industry. Anytime that something of their stuff comes to print, they almost kill it within a year or two. Or they'll license it out and be like, we don't want to deal with the print side. Now that they have Marvel, they're like, we have no choice but to deal with the print side.
And I do have some comments here from the chat I'd like to get in here. Bullet says Tom King is doing a lot of projecting. He is. He is taking writing what you know a little too literally. True. Scott Schmeer says that Pattinson is not going to go over as Batman. This is this I am sure. Well, now let's hold on a second on that. Let's take Pattinson for a minute because we are talking about Batman. Now we know that it's not 100% confirmed. That's fake news if someone is saying so. But it seems to be leaning this way heavily for quite a while, actually. Now, here's the thing, though. When Robert Downey Jr. was announced as Iron Man, a lot of us, we're having, if whoever has people talking in the background, please mute that.
Yeah, I'm trying to shut my kid up here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just tell him I'm live.
Hands around the neck and squeeze.
Yes. But anyway, the thing with Robert Downey Jr., right? When he was announced for that, a lot of us, particularly as older folks, we were like, ooh, Robert Downey Jr., is that the right choice? This guy's an absolute train wreck. He's literally a train wreck. He's a drugged out, crazed guy. How are you going to make him as Iron Man? It seemed really odd. But not only did they make it work, it was freaking beautiful. Right now, Pattinson,
perfect casting.
It is. Now, Pattinson is coming at us because he is the the little teeny bopper, 14, 12-year-old, love him in the Twilight drama, and all that kind of nonsense. He's super pale, and he looks like he's going to cry at any second all the time. It's just his face, right? But I would say it looks like we don't have much choice in the matter. Of course, we don't have any choice. I would say give him a shot. You never know, right? Ben Affleck came out as Batman. We all thought it was a horrible idea, and it was a horrible idea. But at least we gave it a shot, right?
Yeah, same thing.
I actually like Ben Affleck as Batman.
I liked him too.
I would have liked to have seen him in a good movie as Bloody Batman.
Okay, you're both wrong.
Okay, great. But I think he's a bloody spitting image of Bruce Wayne.
He is. He looks like Batman, but he just can't act. See, there's a problem there, Booster.
I do wish that he would close his bloody mouth because it's always hanging open, but I definitely think he can act.
When they do a little bit of makeup on Pattinson's face, which they're obviously going to do for a movie, and you get his hair a normal color, not this nonsense that it usually is with these highlights and things, and you give him a regular, normal businessman-style haircut, he looks a lot like Bruce Wayne from the right angle. So as long as they keep his angles correct, which is a huge thing in filmmaking, he should be okay.
And not only that, but Pattinson is a great actor. I mean, everyone's stuck on this vampire stuff, but
Yeah.
you got to look at his
We need to get off
other
Twilight.
works. His
He's
other
done
works
other
are
stuff other than Twilight. Yeah.
Like what?
look. I don't know. Look at the IMDb. I don't have those.
Well, see,
films.
that's just the point, though,
Okay,
George.
you
You
have to
said he's
actually have
done
seen the
something
movies, but,
else,
you know.
but yet we don't know him from anything else, dude. He's not acclaimed.
Yeah, I know.
He is
That's the
Twilight
problem.
Boy.
That's the problem.
plus-
Everyone thinks he's Twilight Boy. Everyone thought Michael Keaton was a jokester. Everyone thought, what's his Ben Affleck
Heath
wouldn't
Ledger.
look the part.
Heath
Everyone
Ledger
thought
also
that
had a
Heath
stigma.
Heath Ledger. Yeah, there's just too many to list. Everyone thought, oh no, it just won't work out. Everybody thought that Robin Williams would not make a great Peter Pan. It's absolutely silly. Pattinson is a great actor. He is legitimately a great actor.
Okay. Twilight, Remember Me, crap. Eclipse, crap. Okay, I see a lot of crap. Let's go down here and let's
So
go
he
from
does
the
a lot of
beginning.
chick flicks.
He does chick
Does
flicks.
a lot of chick
flicks. He was Cedric, of course. Let's see, Twilight, crap. More crap.
He was
Lots
good
of crap.
as Cedric.
He was. You're right. But he is a very minor role, really. But
Yeah,
he was fine as it. More crap. I see a lot of crap. This is like a drag queen movie, I think. Let's see here. So he's got a bunch of stuff in post production that we don't know about. But yeah, George, I don't see anything here actually that
for
isn't.
crying out loud. Okay. All right. I can't go down this road because we'll take this show to another hour.
No, because I'm looking at his face. See, I'm looking at the face. There's the face in front of me,
Okay.
and that is the face of I'm going to cry any second. I am so gothy. Can't you see?
It's those big bags under his eyes. If they could just rip those out somehow,
Yeah.
and he could have normal human eyes, I think he'd do something with that bloody hair. He could make a great Bruce Wayne. Look at that bloody jaw. That is a man jaw right there. That would look great in a cow.
Surrounded by
ladies and
a
gentlemen,
thin body. Yes, I understand.
I see what the problem is.
Hang on a second.
They can fix that.
Here, Chester, put this up on the screen. Hang on, I'm sending it over
He
to
needs
in
to
the
be a bit more
FanSpeak
swole.
Facebook chat.
Okay.
Well, maybe I am if it'll freaking work.
We're getting to the bottom of this, people.
Boom. This is the picture I was talking about that I saw that somebody
All right,
somebody
let me
made.
come over here real quick.
It's
Yay,
bloody
my
either
mother
him or
it's not good. All right, here we go.
it's either him or Nicholas Hoult. Pick one.
Can you zoom in on that, please?
No.
No, he says.
Just a straight
I'll
up,
put it in the hangout chat.
No.
No, I can't.
No, I can't. But no, we'll see. I mean, we do have to wait and see. We have to give him a chance, I guess, because even Ben Affleck, I gave a chance. I did. But it's just, and it's unfortunate because Ben Affleck looks the part. He just, the problem with Ben Affleck, other than the fact that he can't act and he's always got his damn mouth open, is the fact that he has no charisma, dude. He does not hold your attention. You know what we need? We need a younger person like Anthony Hopkins who walks into a room, doesn't have to say a damn word, and captivates everything. That's what we need. We need that.
Well, the problem with those type of people is often that's a learned trait, like Mr. Hopkins is. But two, even if it's not, they're very rare. They're extremely rare to have that kind of charisma.
Yeah, but you don't think
even guys like The
One in a
Rock,
lifetime
The
thing,
Rock, who
yeah.
has that kind of charisma, he didn't always have that kind of charisma.
Yeah,
even
but
when he was
dude,
younger.
we're talking about Batman here, an American icon. He deserves it.
Yeah.
It might be rare. So what? Go find it, because that is what
No, I'm
Batman
not.
deserves.
I'm just saying it can be learned. So Pattinson could learn that. He could learn that kind of gravitas if he studies the masters of it.
Dude,
And
every
one
time
you
I
just
see the
mentioned,
kid, I
Ian
want to beat him
McShane's
with a
good
baseball
example.
bat. Every time I see him. All right? There is no charisma.
Hey, he's got your attention though, doesn't he? But does he got your attention?
He has my violence. Yeah.
Well, Chester, Batman often attracts violence. Maybe it's perfect.
There you go.
Goodness gracious. And I'm the one who started out trying to actually support the kid. I can't do it. Moving on. Now, this right here is just...
Ryan's got something.
what do you say?
Ryan's got something special.
Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
I'm just
Look at the screen.
yeah. You just keep doing your thing here. I'm doing something.
All right. He's doing something.
Huh?
Hold on a second. I'm
He's doing
I'm
something.
coming over and checking it out. What is he doing? Oh my God! See. He's proving my point. Is what he's doing.
He's Batmaning him, is what he's
I
doing.
see what he's doing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just those bloody bags under his eyes that make him look like a drug addict. If we could just get rid of those.
Okay, those
Perpetually
bags,
tired.
those
Yeah.
bags under Patterson's eyes is because of all those groupies. Come on.
Gotta stay away.
A
Dude,
black
It's
undercoat.
probably because he
and a
keeps
mask.
crying every time he has sex. I don't know.
Dude, he
That's a-
looks like a cock. Come on.
He's probably crying so much because his wang hurts from banging hot chicks all day.
Yeah, well, that's probably true. Or who knows? He probably likes dudes anyway. But damn, dude. It doesn't help. You've proved my point. Thank you very much, Ryan.
Oh, we're going to talk about Schwarzenegger now?
I was.
Oh yeah, he got drop kicked.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
yeah.
you got to talk about Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll
the
come
guy
back when
takes
you
a
finish
running,
that,
running kick on him, and
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger just moves forward just a couple of steps.
Yeah.
Just solid.
Yeah.
Now, I just to finish out today, I just come over here to Bounding in the Comics and just looking at their headlines in general. Now, Arnold Schwarzenegger provides update after a blindside jump kick attack. Arnold Schwarzenegger attacked at the Arnold Sports Festival in South Africa. All right, so let's go check this article out real quick. Let's just read through it here. A video has surfaced on Twitter showing Terminator star and the former governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger, getting jump kicked in the back in South Africa. Not surprising. Independent journalist Nick Monroe posted the video to his Twitter account stating Arnold Schwarzenegger gets attacked in South Africa. Okay, you already said that, so you have to repeat it. In the video, you see Arnold taking a video with some fans in what appears to be some kind of gymnasium. All of a sudden, a man comes flying in behind, and Arnold leaps into the air and kicks him in the back. Okay, you didn't write that well. Come on, Trent. The force of the blow knocks Arnold forward and off camera, and you hear a crash sound. The man who attacked Arnold is quickly detained by what appears to be members of Arnold's security team. All right, I'm going to play it.
Okay, so the guy's pussy. I get it.
I'm playing it. Here it is. It's being played. Yay.
Oh,
I haven't seen this angle.
There's another angle where you see it from the back, and when the guy brings in the flying kick on him, Arnold just steps, like one or two steps, but he doesn't even falter or fall to the ground.
Oh. What is wrong with that guy? What an absolute coward.
Yeah, it's absolutely cowardly act.
The reason that happened is because this guy is some idiot who believed that Arnold Schwarzenegger's a racist. So he charged in there to attack him because he's white. So it was literally a racist hate crime against Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, and of course, we see how incredibly racist Arnold is, seeing the fact that he's in South Africa supporting South African athletes. What a racist. That's what racists do, after all.
Disgusting.
Horrible man.
He may as well have walked in with a hood. Goodness.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, but okay. Well, at least so let's check the follow-up article though, because that one talks about how he's doing. So let's check it out. It didn't look that bad actually. Let's see. Terminator Arnold Schwarzenegger provides an update to his fans and a video showing the actor getting attacked from behind during an event. Okay, Schwarzenegger took to Twitter where he stated, "Thanks for all your concerns, but there's nothing to worry about." Yes.
You have to do an Arnie voice.
Fine. All right, fine. Where was I here? He says, thanks for your concerns, but there is nothing to worry about. I thought I was just jostling with the crowd, which happens a lot. I only realized I was kicked when I saw the video like all of you. I'm just glad the idiot didn't interrupt my Snapchat.
You're triggering George hard right now.
Can you jump in and do it properly, please?
I'll try, but I don't think it'll. I'm gonna butcher it either way.
Voice. Kiwi Arnold, go ahead.
That was an awesome Arnold. You're just
I can't see it. So.
Bigot, Canadian bigot.
That was terrible.
See, mine was much better.
It's pretty bad when
he didn't even
knock
knock.
Like 74 years old.
He didn't even knock Arnold over. Hold on a second.
What a
he didn't even.
pussy.
Hold on a second, dude. I thought for sure he knocked him over. No,
Oh, he wasn't.
dude, you can't even generate enough force to knock an old man over. Really?
Oh
Jeez,
man.
that's sad, dude. That's
An old
sad.
man who
Oh.
has trouble with his knees and his legs and can hardly
Right.
stand on his
Right.
own anyway.
Yeah. Well, all those weightlifting it tears your knees up, dude, when you get an old man.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He has all kinds of knee problems. You watch him walk, it's a little rough.
You have any opinion on this, Ryan?
I just unfortunate for Arnie getting jump kicked, but also super funny that dude could not even budge him.
Yeah, right. It's funny.
The
But
guy just looks like he was just kind of like, what the?
What the- yeah.
Something hit me? What was that?
exactly right. But here's the interesting thing, though, because in the West, America and Europe to a point, we're seeing a lot of this, SJW, Black Lives Matter crap. Right, where they're going around and everybody's a racist, and we see these black kids are being incredibly racist. I mean, hardcore racist, right? I mean, it actually so hardcore that it's probably making the actual 4,000 members worldwide of KKK blush, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're taking notes. It's like, how can we be more racist? Let's.
right. No, seriously. But the thing is, people don't understand that this has spread. All across Africa, you have these people that are yelling and screaming, "Wakanda forever!" They're doing this in Africa, and they're actually playing into the American Black Lives Matter crap. It's serious business. Now we know Arnold, who even though he went and ran as a conservative, he's actually much more liberal, a libertarian type of guy, and he has done a ton of stuff in his life supporting minorities. Tons and tons of stuff. His whole life has been about promoting body fitness. Has been about not just bodybuilding, but fitness. Right? He has gone all over the place. He's constantly supported, gave money, raised money for black communities in particular. Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of the least racist people you can find in American politics, and yet you're attacking him. Why? Because he's a white dude. Racism.
Arnold is so non-racist. He literally ruined his marriage with a non-white person.
Yeah,
That's how
right?
non-racist he is.
And an ugly one at that. I'm like, come on, Arnold, you can do better.
You've all heard the Bill Burr skit, right?
Right.
Oh yeah.
We can't play that here, but definitely go check it out. This is ridiculous stuff. But I think the more important, I'm glad that Arnold's fine, but the more important point here is that this nonsense is spreading, and it's not good, right? Because we all know if you've bothered to study any history at all, if you've taken any time out of your life and looking into it, all the violence of the past is coming out of liberal-minded people. They are the ones who make violence, actually, and it's getting to an absolute threshold right now. And I'm kind of wondering when it's going to pop because it's sitting right on that edge, right? And when it pops, we do know that the conservative people will respond, and they don't respond in a friendly way. They respond quite decisively, actually. So I don't know, dude. I've heard people have been screaming this for a good year and a half about this impending civil war and impending violence, and I'm like, no way, dude.
Oh, come on.
I don't know.
That's not going to happen.
I don't know,
has,
George.
Hold on a sec. I gotta bring the technical things back into reality here. America has the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, and it has the greatest military that has pledged allegiance to the President of the United States. Military, what do you call it? What do you call that thing? What do you call it when the military comes in to take
I'm
over?
not talking about war, George. I'm talking about civil violence, dude.
Yeah, I'm
Civic
talking
violence.
about that. What do you call what do you call it when the military comes in and takes over the spot for a few minutes or a day or so? Military or something?
Martial law.
Martial law.
Martial law.
Yeah.
Martial law exists to reset the
Sure.
Constitution, reset the law. It exists. They can do martial law in small pockets around the United States to quell the insanity.
Yeah, no, in the end, that's what'll happen. I'm just saying that I think we're getting to a. Well, see, the thing I'm trying to say, George, is that
George,
I think,
aren't you Canadian?
Yeah, Canadians, right?
I don't care. I don't care about your opinion on our civil wars, but I'm just gonna let you on a little secret.
Yeah, but I think what I'm talking about, George, is people starting to die. We're seeing violence already from Black Watch, and of course the American version, which is called Antifa. We're seeing violence and death from Black Lives Matter, actually, which is why they have been classified as a terrorist group. And it's I'm just worried that we're going to actually start seeing more death. That's what I'm talking about, George. I'm not talking about full blown civil war. They never come to that. Martial law is a thing. Military is a thing.
But
Uh,
we're already seeing a lot of death regarding Black Lives Matter,
we have,
regarding
we
Antifa,
have,
and no
You
one's
haven't
doing a thing about it.
you haven't seen anything yet, George.
yeah,
If the conservative side of this country decides they've had enough, there will be millions dead within 3 months.
yeah. That's the
It's
problem.
just that simple.
It's a problem. Yeah, and I don't.
Wow.
We don't want that. Is the point, George? We don't want it to come to
Exactly.
that. Yeah,
I want to avoid that.
yeah, because
That
will make a true real trouble.
that statement makes me excited and scared at the same time. Excited to watch the action and
Nah.
scared that it's going to
See,
happen.
spoken like a true Canadian.
I know, right?
Watch
Canadians.
the Americans burn, right? You know,
This is why we pick on Canadians. This is the reason.
This is why.
Ryan, please jump in here. Help me out, man.
As somebody who is not involved with the U.S. whatsoever in their politics, I stay out of it.
There you go. Smart
Wow.
man. But unfortunately, this article brings up this conversation. I see Scott saying, "Can we not talk about racism?" Dude, I don't know what to tell you. This article is all about racism. I mean, what are you going to do? Arnold's sitting there trying to help. He doesn't care that they're black. Arnold has proven this very clearly over decades. He's here to help them. He's here to be part of them. He's here to have fun with them. And racism came at him, right? This is what we're talking about. But anyway, I see what you're saying. Let's go see if I can find something a little more happy to end the show. So we got the thing about Arnold. We have report Matt Reeves, the Batman, to feature Penguin, Catwoman, and half a dozen villains as comic book related. Cosplay of the day. Shermie as the Witcher's Triss Marigold. Okay, well, she's probably been race shifted there, so you better you got to do blackface. I'm pretty sure. Let me see here. Anime New York City Institute bans on cosplay of fictitious Nazis or Nazi-like organizations. Why? Well, Nazis are fun. They're fun villains, man. What the hell's wrong with these people?
Man,
What is
they
wrong
start
with
going after,
Nazis?
they start going after ninjas. I'm going to be screwed for my project.
Right.
It's not going to stop there. There's coming after Nazi, what do you call people dressed up as Nazis or fun Nazis in a comic book environment. Are you kidding me?
Well, they're great villains, dude. They're like the perfect villain, dude.
Of course, they are the perfect villains.
If we can't have Nazis, what are we left with, really?
Right.
No, I mean they're gonna come after people dressed like Nazis, and then they're gonna come and then they're gonna expand on that. Oh, you can't have G-string superhero women. I mean, come on, man.
It's already happened,
G-string.
George. It's already happened. Go look at Mortal Kombat, the new Mortal Kombat game. All the dudes are bare chested and stuff, and the women are literally look like they're literally or like almost in a burqa. They're so covered, right? It's already happening, George. But this right here, let's take a look at this rumor, which has no meaning whatsoever, but it could be fun. Alleged Marvel Studios leaks reveals new Avengers film slated for 2022. And an alleged Marvel studio leak reveals the film studio is planning a new Avengers film that is expected to hit theaters. Okay, you already said that. The leak from 4chan, 4chan, those guys are so awesome, alleges to reveal the release that is autism at its best. Alleges to reveal the release date for 8 upcoming Marvel Studio new Avengers. All right, so we got Black Widow. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think about Scarlett Johansson in a Black Widow movie?
Spoiler, she does.
Okay, fine. But no, seriously, what do you think about that? Do you think that's a smart move?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Explain.
Well, because I like Scarlett when she's a part of a group, but she can't carry a movie very well by herself. I like Scarlett
no.
too. Don't understand this.
I
love
see.
Scarlett.
Well, okay. If you think about it, they already have done Black Widow movies. The girl from was it Salt with what's her name?
Angelina Jolie. Yeah.
Oh,
They did.
no.
They did Salt. They also did the one with the chick who
You're
played.
a Russian spy.
Well,
I hated
Jennifer
that
Gardner
movie.
did Alias. I mean, of course, of course, of
Yeah,
course.
but also that the chick from the X Men who changes shape. What's her name?
Jennifer something.
Lawrence, man.
Mark
Jennifer
Hewitt.
Lawrence. She
Jennifer
she
Lawrence.
did I don't know, Red Sparrow or something like that.
That movie didn't do well
And
though.
I know, but I'm pointing out that the concept of a single woman Russian agent, super spy, James Bond ish thing is out there. It's been done, and
Okay, it's been done, but
here's where I'm expanding.
Mhm.
Just like Captain Marvel, if it's done right, forget Captain Marvel. If it's done right, it's going to be bonkers. It'll be amazing. But if it's done poorly, it's still going to survive
Okay.
because Marvel brand.
I was
Ryan,
just
you
gonna
got.
say it's been done, sure, but has it been done well? That's the big difference.
What do you think, Ryan?
I think that they'll probably give her enough support so she doesn't have to carry it on her own. Like, I don't think Marvel is dumb enough to just be like, okay, here you go, single movie, just you.
Okay.
Well, you know
think-
what? They've been mentioning Budapest between her and
Yeah,
Hawkeye
you're right.
for a long time.
Yeah.
I think they could be doing that.
Maybe. Yeah, that's a good point. The panda droid says, Chester Busby, look at the tweet about what what is this? Anime New
He's
York City
Anime
did.
NYC. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't use Twitter, the Panda Droid, because it's toxic. But I will expose Booster to that. Go check it out, Booster.
Oh, I don't want to look.
Okay.
Don't make me go in that.
Keep your eyes closed.
Oh.
Just go ahead and
Whilst
look.
he's doing that,
Okay.
let's move down here. The Eternals, we've talked a lot about on this channel. It really depends. If they can pull it off like Guardians, it might be okay. Black Panther 2, I don't know why, but they made money, so cool. Shang-Chi, we talked about too. I don't know. What do you got?
Kung Fu is very hard to pull off, especially with modern day stuff. Like, you kind of can't get away with the old style kung fu martial arts flicks because we know what actual fighting looks like now, thanks to things like
Right.
the UFC. So
Yeah, but what if they do
Yeah.
something like they did for John Wick, and they bring in the Raid guys, and they do something just
see,
pure,
that would be awesome.
like the American version of the Raid almost with Shang-Chi. See, that would be awesome. It would
That
be.
would sell.
Or they could just add the superhero element into a Bruce Lee flick, and that could be interesting because I haven't seen it happen so
Well,
far, other than Jackie Chan.
Does Shang-Chi really have much super power thing? I mean, he does use chi, I guess, but he's not really a superpower guy.
No, he's not. But I'm
Yeah.
saying is that they bring the superhero element, like maybe
The
he
villains,
has
you
to
mean?
do a job. Yeah, a villain is probably a super villain, or maybe he has to do a job, or part of the story involves help getting help from a superhero. You know, so many things.
Yeah. Well, what if
They
they
bring super
literally took a page straight out of the Raid, because most Americans haven't seen it, and they have him basically infiltrating and taking down the Kingpin by having to go through his lair. I mean, just do the Raid, but Shang-Chi going after the Kingpin. That would
Oh
be
man,
epic, dude.
awesome. That'd be totally epic. And the Kingpin from the Daredevil Netflix series, what's his name? Oh my God, that'd be awesome.
Shoot, I can't remember his name.
No, neither can
I
I, but
forgot.
he did a really good
Vincent
job.
D'Onofrio.
Oh, as the Kingpin? Oh, they talk about the Kingpin. Yeah, that guy's awesome. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the guy who played Daredevil. So did you find this thing that the Panda is asking me to check out? Booster?
No, I couldn't find that anyway.
Okay.
Booster, did you
I was going.
sell the cow for a couple of beans? Is that what happened on the way to Twitter?
I have no
I
clue.
am listening.
But let's keep going through this list here. Doctor Strange 2, I'm actually looking forward to that movie. I really liked the first one. Captain Marvel 2, why? New Avengers, that's actually the one we should talk about. And Ant-Man 3, once again, why? Okay, so these are things that they're doing. So the only one here that I guess it really deserves any kind of communication is the New Avengers. So what do you think they're going to do with the New Avengers? I think it's quite obvious. If you've seen Endgame, you know what they're going to do. But anybody have any ideas here they want to throw out?
I don't think they're going to pull all chick Avengers. I think they're going to take the characters that are in their singular movies and bring them together. It's the only smart play to do.
What do you think, Thundera? Zach Hawkins
Yeah.
says most Americans did see the raid, except it was ripped off and called Dread. Ooh, interesting point.
Oh, hey there.
No, good
I
point.
know.
Good point.
You behave your bloody self, mate.
Right. Anyway, all right. So we can finish that conversation. And let me not do that. Let me come back over here. But I think we're going to see Falcon as Captain America Falcon. We're going to see, where all of these new ones that they tried to push in the end game, and in doing so, push down the old heroes we've been with for a decade. That they try to push them down and make them less to try to bring the others up. They're all going to be the new Avengers, and that's what we're going to see. So we already know what's coming with it, and it'll either be good or not. I just think it's unfortunate how they had to go about doing it, because Endgame should have been done completely different. That movie should have been about praising and finishing this decade-long run, but instead they decided to tear him
have
down.
an insight where all this is going.
Uh-huh.
The Marvel's Agents of Shield is already playing with the multiverse concept right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. We can see where it's going. And Jack Hawkins says, "What? It's the truth, dude. I am agreeing with you. It's a very good point. The Dread was very much a take on the Raid, except for guns, really. And I like Dread, but that movie is nowhere near close to being the Raid, especially the Raid 2. That is frigging epic, dude.
The Raid 2 is insane.
It
I gotta agree. It is awesome.
Yeah, and that's movie's coming out of what? Indonesia, right? Malaysia, one of those, right?
Yeah, Indonesian. Yeah.
I mean, they just
Not
absolutely killed that.
Japanese, Jack Hawkins, you racist.
Anyway, all right, we're over here on this Kayas page again, Story of Blood and Stone from Ryan Cardinal. This is a great looking project, and of course, we're really happy to have Ryan on with us today. And definitely, guys, go check this out. Definitely check out that absolutely awesome trailer. And so Ryan, you got anything else to add before we get out of here today?
He does. You should see what he drew.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let me come back over to that. Okay. And of course, they're putting links up here, guys, so it's easy for you to see. Let me come over here and start sharing. Oh my God, it just makes it so much worse. Here's what. All right. Oh my God, no, dude, stop. Stop.
Okay. Get that little smirk he's got going on. Could you turn that upside down, make it look more like a grizzled? Make more grizzled. Get his eyes are too bright and handsome. We need him to look all tough and brooding.
Not so kawaii.
Well, I'm sure if he's wearing the cowl, he'll have on dark like eye paint or whatever, like Batman usually does, or some mask underneath of it to cover up his eyes.
Yeah, but dude,
except for his actual eyes.
I say that works. I think that works very well. I welcome our new Batman Overlord.
There we go. There's our Batman. We got a boy.
We got Guido Batman.
Yeah. See, now it's funny that you do this, Ryan, because that actually confirms the fact that no, absolutely no, he looks horrible as Batman, dude.
Well, we don't know what kind of cowl they're going to put on him either. We'd have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's going to be flowery.
I've always been a bigger fan of the smaller ears myself.
Well,
I don't like Batman's ears too long.
Because if you look at like what the heck's his name? The last Batman, not
Affleck.
Wow.
The heck's his name?
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Christian Bale. No, that didn't happen. That's all in your head. Christian Bale. His cowl is completely different from pretty much any other iteration. It's more like a helmet. Yeah. It might look a little better with a different design cowl, and he's not going to have that giant hair. I would imagine they're probably going to give him a normal.
Oh no! I'll make him debonair. Yeah.
I have to tell you before we cut out of here. I forgot to mention that Gotham, the last episode of Gotham, was quite possibly the greatest Batman TV
Oh no.
Okay. No,
TV show
Okay,
ever.
that's how we know
I'll
it's
tell you what,
terrible.
hold on a sec. No, please follow me on this. They treated Batman with more respect in that 1 hour than any of the product out there. I mean, out there, even the Christian Bale movies. They literally only showed Batman for the last 15 seconds of the entire episode. Everything else was like he was a shadow. He did his thing. You saw him in a blur. I mean, people look around, they just catch a glimpse of him, disappearing into the night. They did it so well throughout the entire episode. It literally was a Batman to set the standard against.
no,
It
okay,
was
that's
really
that's
done
that's
well.
wonderful, George. But we need to go back to the beginning of your conversation, and with you saying Gotham. All right,
Oh yeah,
it's
sorry.
Gotham.
It,
Between you
it's
and Denali, I mean, you guys
it's
keep me
it's
busy, man.
it's the Canadian in me, you know. I
Oh,
say boot,
Canadians say
a
Gotham.
boot.
They can't speak
Maybe
English.
it's an East Coast Canadian thing. I don't know.
See,
Yeah, it's East Coast Canadian.
anyway, but that's cool. I'm glad that they finished up that show
I
well.
really
It's good to
hate
hear.
that show. I can't bring myself to watch it. I hate that show so
You know,
much.
Thundero, I think I've been doing this too long because Bullet is starting to understand my emotes. He says Chester just broke. You could hear his soul die.
Well, Chester, the problem is they just don't have anybody to pick for Batman. Booster and I have been talking about this, and we've tried to find actors that are young enough, or at least of the right age,
Yeah.
that have any kind of gravitas or the look or anything, and they're just not there. It's
They're all
Hollywood
in their late
refuses
40s.
to push these people. Right,
Yeah.
they're all in their 40s or 50s. So these younger guys around mine and Booster's age, in between 25 and 35, they're not there. They're not
They're all
using them
pretty.
for movies. Yeah, they're all pretty boys.
Yeah, no,
You know,
dude,
it's interesting to say that
it's the
because Tom Holland is literally the spitting image of a young Stan Lee. So if you look at it along those lines, you could just find the right person.
well.
Mhm.
Here's the thing, though. What what you need to it's the simplest thing, really. This is what you need, what Hollywood needs to do, and they should listen, right? Go get Michael Keaton, bring him in as Batman again, and do Batman
Batman
Beyond.
Beyond. Yes.
It's simple.
Mhm.
Yeah, they'd make all the money with that.
Yeah.
All of it.
You know what? Robert Pattinson could probably be a bloody what's his
Terry
name? Terry?
McGinnis. Yeah.
Yeah. We
Oh,
fixed it.
that'd be
There we go.
awesome. That'd be
Hey.
freaking awesome.
Hey, now, did they say that
I
he's
can
going to be
see
Bruce
that.
Wayne? Maybe that's what they're doing.
Yeah, holy smokes, that is absolutely brilliant. Patterson does look like the animated version of McGinnis.
Even with his wacky hair.
Holy smokes, that's absolutely brilliant.
Now I just feel more
I don't say
depressed.
that often, but damn, that's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I think that was making the rounds as well on some of the sites.
It has been. Yeah, it has been. But anyway, my soul has been damaged plenty enough today. Thank you very much. So I am definitely going to have to end this and go have to recuperate and have my wife help me out with that. But I do want to say that I'm very happy to have Ryan Cardinal on here today. We love talking to you, dude. You're a really cool looking project. Definitely go check it out. The links are sitting right over here from Thundero. And yeah, thanks a lot for coming on, dude. And you just keep in mind, you're always welcome, man.
Oh, thanks for having me on, man. It was a blast being here. So
sweet. Anybody have anything you want to say before I end the stream? No.
Yes.
Can we do a serenade? This is the end.
No, George. No.
Okay, fine.
Booster.
There will never be another Batman movie that's as good as The Dark Knight. We all just need to accept it and move on with our lives.
It's not happening. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on par with the Christopher Reeve Superman.
Mm.
Yep, that's true. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. It was a lot of fun. I'm not. Let me see here. Well, since Ryan is our guest, I'm going to put you on the spot, Ryan. And you do know that every show, Dinale gives us some kind of namaste moment to enlighten our lives with the perfect Zen comment. Would you like to take a crack at it?
Sure.
Okay.
Love, peace, chicken grease. Everybody out, man. Peace.
Namaste.
Namaste. All right. Anyway, later, guys. Thank you.